Hey everybody, welcome back, and I thank you for coming back for another visit. Uh, Once again, if this is your first time, welcome to my channel, This Spanish Life. Now, in my last post, I said that what we were going to do was we're going to talk about why Spain. Now, I realize that logically, going from larger to smaller, this should be why be an expat. But that's a pretty big, it's going to be a big one. And so I really didn't feel like tackling it right now. So what I decided was just go to something a little bit more bite sized, and that is why Spain? In 2024, Ann and I decided that we wanted to retire abroad. And we knew that we wanted to be in Europe. So we looked at the different options that we had for Europe, and we considered Italy, Ireland, Portugal, and Spain. So, first, Italy. Italy's pretty expensive. Even the smaller cities are a lot more expensive than living in the United States, particularly the cities that would be interested in. So Italy was kind of right out. And also, we were a little bit concerned about the recent gains of the far right and the Brothers of Italy and Meloni. So we decided, Italy, probably not. So Ireland. Ireland, it's pretty expensive all over, even in the smaller areas. And plus, it's very rainy and it's pretty cold. So, climate speaking, probably not where we wanted to be. Portugal, pretty good, but once again, it is a little bit more expensive. And to be honest with you, it's really trendy. So we figured that we were probably going to be hit with a lot of influencer tax from being over there. So we decided no. And plus, uh, Portugal, we'd have to learn Portuguese. And with Spain, we at least had a leg up with the language. So when we got to thinking Spain, what were our pluses? Well, the main plus is the economics. Even in some of the larger cities, our money would go a lot farther. And when we're talking about retirement income from U.S. Social Security and our investments, that meant a lot. Now, granted, things are more expensive in the two larger cities, Madrid and Barcelona. Valencia, the third largest city, which is where we eventually decided to go, is a lot more economical. Secondly, we had a leg up on the language. I'm moderately fluent in Spanish. Now, if you know anything about how people in Europe grade your language fluency, I'm probably about a B1 to B2, probably closer to a B2. Anne and Isaac are not, they're A1s. And so we needed to go somewhere where, even though that I've got a leg up on the language, there was going to be enough English language stuff that they were not going to be thrown into the deep end and end up drowning. So that put Spain up front there. One of the other main reasons is that we have friends who have lived in Spain for over 12 years. Amanda and Cesar, both of which are dear friends of ours, live in Cadiz. And we have spent a lot of time talking to them, and we visited them, and they really, really talked up Spain as a place to live. They have three children who are bilingual and are totally immersed in both the Spanish lifestyle and are very, very American as well. So they would be able to go between these two cultures, and they absolutely love it there. And their love for Spain was infectious. Now, the other thing about Spain, the thing that we learned after talking to them and spending time there, is that Anne and I both love the sense of community in Spain. Even in the largest cities, there is a sense of neighborliness, a sense of belonging. And that is something that we are afraid is pretty much missing in the United States where we are. And so that was very, very appealing. Now, our visits to Spain, and we had several, were wonderful. We spent time there in Madrid, in Barcelona, in Valencia, in Cádiz, in Sevilla, in Toledo, and really felt that any of those places would be good, but Valencia really spoke to us. It was a city that was large enough with all of the things we needed. There is a very large expatriate community in Valencia, which will help with our integration. Like I said, it won't be dropping us in the deep end of the pool and be expected to sink or swim. The other thing about Valencia is that there are excellent American schools there, and one in particular where Isaac is enrolled is really a perfect fit for Isaac. And even if we went to another school in Spain, it feels much safer. And Spain in general feels safer for school kids, mainly because we're worried about gun violence and violence in the school system. Now, I'm going to grant you that the odds of that happening to Isaac are like really, really low. But if it does happen, it could be catastrophic. So we are really, really happy that Isaac is going to be able to get an American diploma, and he will do so in a multicultural situation where there's going to be a lot of social and emotional learning for him. Now, one of the other things that really attracted us to Spain is the government. Now, as you know, Spain is a monarchy. It's a constitutional monarchy, and they are a parliamentary democracy. And there is an exuberant political dialogue from all ends of the spectrum, both from the right and the left. Spain has already done their dance with fascism and realizes that it's not going to work. It doesn't work for the people there. And the dialogue there between the right and the left, despite what we may think about this, it's always about what is best for the Spanish people, what they can do to provide best for Spain and for her people. Spain has a robust social security network, and that's really, really important because it speaks to the dedication of the politicians on both sides to doing what is best for the people. Just to give you an example, back in like 2010, 2018, the right-wing Partido Popular, or PP, was in control. And even then, they spent a tremendous amount of political and financial capital to make sure that the cultural life in Spain was improved. They also did not do anything that dealt harshly with the Social Security net, particularly the health care program that was available. And by the way, Spanish health care is wonderful. So when everything is taken into account, Spain seemed to be the way that we wanted to go. And as those of you who know me, let's face it, jamón, paella, gambas al ajillo, all the other good stuff to eat there, that was a big thing too. So my next post is probably going to be about the move itself, what we did to get ready from 2024 to today in 2026, when we are literally 2 weeks away from leaving for Spain. Until then, stick with us. Thank you for coming by, and please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Thanks.